make a vlog of your workplace and how you deal when you have too much customer. I don't think I can bring my camera into class, but I totally would if I could. I actually have a partner, you know, if we're dying in the weeds, we have each other, so it's really not as bad as you think. So I do the AM class, my other class does the PM class. I chose specifically to do AM over PM because I didn't want to die when I did front of house, so it doesn't really get that bad. If you have too much customers and you're in the weeds, it's happened before, I've seen it happen and I've been there. It sucks. Somebody will come help you, or the chef will just scream at you until, you know, you get your shit together and you're just like, I need to get my shit together. One said, thank you so much, this channel has helped me so much, I'm so glad. When you attend the CIA, do you take basic classes? Yes, you take English, math, science, gastronomy, nutrition, all that fun stuff that you don't want to do. If you take a language, do you get to choose which ones? I believe that bachelors, they do take languages. I think you can like choose between Italian and French. I don't really know what else is offered. Are the chefs nice? No. I mean, there's definitely chefs that are nice, but you don't come to the school to have nice chefs. I'm just gonna be completely honest. Come to the school to learn how to cook, and let's be honest, majority of the chefs out there in the world that are cooking aren't the nicest. Very high stress job, they're very stressed out. There is that hierarchy where you have to respect the chef, so it's very rare that you're gonna find chefs that you're like buddy with. I do have a couple that I really look up to and admire that I've enjoyed having, but they're still not the nicest. But that's, you kind of expect that coming in here. They're not gonna be nice. There's no chef out there just jumping around like with daisies and unicorns, laughing and being happy all the time. They're cool, they know their shit, they're badass as fuck. They're not nice, if that makes sense. Everybody's scared going to a class every single time. Do they have paid internships and externships? Yes. My internship was paid and it was just minimum wage, but it was better than nothing. So definitely look for one that you get paid for. I know a lot of my friends didn't get paid for their internships and I probably wouldn't ever want to do that, but you know, sometimes you gotta work for free if you want to work at the place. I know that there's a couple really nice places that don't pay their interns, but you go there because you want to like build up a name for yourself. If I want to own my bakery, my own bakery, I also go to school for food service management. If you go to this school, you'll literally learn everything from beginning to end about food service management. You can do bachelor's and do culinary management to get your degree in that if you want to own your bakery, but I think owning a business comes down to getting somebody to believe in your vision, investing in that, and just taking action and going with it. It's very rare that people actually go to school when they own businesses, so you really don't need to go to school in general to own a business, but doing the associates here would be perfect. If you can only do the associates, just do that and don't waste your money on a stupid bachelor's degree. Is it still a 4-year college even if you want an associate's degree in pastry and arts, or is it 2 years? It's 2 years. How can I get a scholarship? Online, ciachef.edu. Literally thousands, not thousands, but there's a lot of scholarship opportunities that you can take up. Definitely take advantage of it, because apparently I don't take advantage of it. Apparently nobody takes advantage of the actual scholarship, so you just gotta look into it. If this is your dream to come here, there's ways around it. How old were you when you started at the CIA? I was 21. Yeah, I'm 23 now, so I was 21. Wow, time's flying. How did you feel on move-in day and the first day of classes? Literally cried my eyes out on move-in day. So nervous, like literally so nervous. I wanted to throw up. And on the first day of classes, by then I got to know my classmates a little bit, so it wasn't as bad as I thought. Like, I didn't feel so lonely going in because my friends were there for me. It wasn't as bad as I thought, but I was really scared going in, starting on the first day, especially because my level, I didn't really know what to expect. What is the most stressful part of culinary school? The most stressful part of culinary school is not knowing what you're getting yourself into each class. Practicals that you have to take, oh god. I'm gonna do a whole video on my practical, my 5th term practical. It was so scary. I was literally shitting bricks. Like, it was the scariest thing ever. So practicals, wines, just any tests that you have to take is literally so stressful. Ugh, thank god I'm like done with that. Do you think it's better to do culinary or baking and pastry arts if you have an interest in both? Definitely do culinary, I would say. Like, you do take a baking class. It just depends like which one you like more, because In baking and pastry, you take a culinary class, and in culinary, you take a baking and pastry class. It just really depends on what you do. What is the SAT score that you need to have in order to get in? You don't need to have an SAT score. Let's just be honest. Are you allowed to take the food served in the dining hall into the dorm room? Yes. I do it all the time. This year especially, I've been eating in my room like 24/7 because I really don't even care to hang out at the egg. And the food somewhat healthy, not the food that you cook in class for the most part. It's usually doused in butter and oil. There's healthy options at the eggs, but the food that you make in class is usually not that healthy. Are the classes that you take aside from cooking similar to AP classes in high school? I would say so. The beginning ones, definitely. What are the major things that you can't bring in a dorm? Alcohol, drugs, weed is really just no, like literally no. Don't bring weed into your dorm room because they'll sniff you out like a dog. I've seen people firsthand like get suspended for the smallest things, so just don't even risk it. Just be very careful. Make sure you don't have over the amount of limited, like the amount of alcohol that you're allowed to have. Just make sure you don't go over that. Where is a good place to run on campus? You can run around this campus and it's really beautiful and hilly. You can see the Hudson River. There's a lot of places, like if you drive, there's definitely a lot of places to run. If you're not trying to run indoors on a treadmill, then there's a lot of places to run. Do you cover basic knife skills or do you just start higher in the first semester? You cover basic knife skills from the beginning and they start you as if you literally never walked into a kitchen at all. So don't be worried about that. You literally are gonna learn everything from the bottom up. Next question, what I would like to know is how do you deal with stress? Oh, I really like this question actually. I go to the gym, I meditate, and let me tell you, this school stresses you the French out. I read, I do yoga, I just try to spend time alone as much as possible because you are around people 24/7 in this school. So, you know, really making time to be alone, not stress yourself out, just making time for yourself and doing things that you enjoy. A lot of people I know, they really stress themselves out even more than they need to be because, and all that crazy stuff. So make sure you're getting enough sleep, make sure you're fueling yourself with proper nutrition. How do you deal with homesickness? I try to stay in contact with my family as much as possible. There's days where I want to cry because I miss my family so much. I just try to deal with it as much as possible. Keep close friends that you think are good to you to focus on school as much as possible. Like, focus on taking the material that is taught to you and really digesting that and like reading into it more. If you want to be successful at the school, you have to do more than the average Joe. Like, you really have to read into it as much as you can, dive into it, and like do above and beyond if you really want to get the most out of it. My favorite cookbook? My favorite cookbook is Modernist Cuisine by Nathan Mervold. Super interesting, and I did a report on it and it was just very interesting. It's just a book how everything is made. It's just very interesting, a cookbook. How did you decide that you wanted to be a chef? Well, 2 years ago I had my meal prep business. It was like a side business type thing that I was doing while I was working at the gym and working my other jobs. So I would cook for people. Like, it was kind of like a catering business, but it wasn't an actual business. So I just cooked for people depending on their nutritional needs. So I would help them out with that. I didn't know if I wanted to be a chef, like cooking in a kitchen, because I did cook in the kitchen for about a year and I fell in love with it. But I didn't know. I was very uncertain going into it, but I figured I need to try it out to see if I like it. I decided that I wanted to come to culinary school 2 years ago when I was so scared if I didn't know if I wanted to do it or not, and I was just meal prepping. I was meal prepping, making money off of it, so I was like, maybe I should just go for it. So that was the point where I was like, I need to do it. Next question, should you go to culinary school right after high school or should you go to normal college first? There's no point in going to normal college unless you want to pursue something else. If you want to go be a chef, why are you going to waste your time at a normal college? Don't waste time like I did. I went to community college before I went to culinary school, and that was the biggest waste of time ever. Last question on my YouTube page. What is the book collection at the Conrad and Hilton library like? There's a lot of books there. Like, it's surprising. Like, I wish I kind of took advantage more of it because there's a lot of options, and especially like they have all these really expensive cookbooks that you can rent and just like read while you're in the library. It's an amazing collection. I'm gonna finish it with a few last questions that I received via email. It'll be the end of it. I feel like this video is a lot longer than I thought. Hey, I'm a senior in high school and I'm taking culinary arts class we provide next semester. I come from a small town, so I don't have the best job opportunities to get job experience. So I'm gonna try to work at a pizza place to try to get some experience. However, I love to cook the things I'm able to and enjoy it. It puts my mind in a new state of mind when I do cook, which I love. I'm scared that I'm going to be inexperienced when I go to culinary school if I'm accepted. Do you think I will be? And if so, what some things I can do to try and help me? I just want to say, go work at a pizza place. I worked at a sandwich shop for my first culinary job. It's what you make of it. You aren't as inexperienced as you think, because regardless, it is food service. You're not gonna start out like this grand old chef that comes out a fucking top chef. Like, you literally, you have to go through some stuff to get to that point. So don't be afraid that you're not gonna have enough experience going into it, because I barely had experience going into it. I was more experienced than a couple other people. I was also a lot less experienced than others, so don't let it hold you back. Also, do you know what era we live in right now? It's 2018. Go on YouTube. There's so many tutorials on how to cook out of your own home, recipes to follow. You can teach yourself how to be one of the most amazing chefs in the world without any cooking, like in a restaurant or anything. We live in an era where everything is taught with one click of a finger. You can go on YouTube, you can buy a cookbook, you can watch cooking channels. Possibilities are literally endless. So don't let that hold you back. Don't be so like close-minded with what you think is your cooking experience, because it can go so much farther beyond what you think. But just think outside the box. Hey Victoria, I love your YouTube videos. Thank you. Found your content because I was up late watching videos on culinary school. Found your channel and thought it was pretty interesting. I'm a line cook at a restaurant and a casino. I've only had house training and thought about culinary school as well. Seems pretty expensive though, and it almost seems like you can learn everything you need off the internet and cookbooks. Wow, that literally just went off what I just said. That's so funny. But I guess if I had a question, it's what's your next move now that you're almost about to graduate? Congratulations, by the way. First of all, thank you very much. That's very sweet of you. And second of all, it is very expensive to come to culinary school. I don't know if it's very worth the money that it is, because it's so very expensive, just because like you said, the day and age that we live in, like you can learn everything on YouTube. Literally just go to get the credibility. If you want to work in like a nice hotel, like you do kind of need that degree. It all just depends on like your resume and everything. What is my next move now? Well, I was gonna make a whole video on that because I don't know what I want to do. I've completely gotten burnt out of cooking for right now. I still love it, but I need a break. I'm completely burnt out and I don't know what I want to do with myself, because it's really taking a toll on my mind and my body. I don't know if it's the school or just me being dramatic, but things are happening and I feel like I need some time to think about what exact route I would like to go down. If you can't tell by my YouTube channel, I'm very passionate about health and fitness, and if you follow my Instagram pages, like you'll really tell that that is like one of the things that I'm most passionate about. So I feel like I'm gonna go down the route of more like nutrition type industry and cooking, and like something with food and nutrition. Like that's what I'm leaning towards. No, I'm not gonna be like a dietitian or anything, but something along those lines of nutrition. So I can't answer exactly what's gonna happen, but my next step is just graduating and focusing on that, because I like don't want to stress out about anything else. So yeah, and thank you for the congrats. Oh wait, that was the last question. That was such a nice question to end on. Congratulations to me for graduating. Wow, this was a very heavy Q&A. I didn't expect much of it. I'm glad that you guys answered all the questions that you had. Obviously, if you have any other questions, drop them down below, but I feel like this hopefully helped out as much as possible. I just want to say thank you guys so much for being on this journey with me. Freaking culinary school, I did not expect it to be what it was, but I'm so glad that you guys could be a part of it with me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!